We'll start with a really simple pranayama. You can use blocks like I am, but if you don't have them, don't worry. So you lie ribcage over one block, head on the other block. You could have your legs any way you like. Just a really simple pattern of breathing where you breathe in and count your inhale, and then you double your exhale, a 1-to-2 ratio. And if it ever starts to feel stressful, just let it go and breathe normally. But it's a really nice way to just completely shift how you're feeling in your mind and your body. So you inhale, count it, maybe 3, maybe 4, and you exhale, double that, so a 6 or an 8. And as you take a few, you might find you want to add 1 count to your inhale and 2 counts to your exhale. Take a couple more rounds here. And then you can little by little start to wake the body up. You might curl on your side and fall off the blocks, or however you want to get off the blocks. Help yourself up. You can make your way out onto your hands and knees, starting on all fours with some wrist work. So you can take your hands and you can turn them out to opposite sides, and then just shift your shoulders a little bit from side to side. You can do circles around the wrists, a couple times in one direction, a couple times in the other direction. But so much weight on our wrists in yoga, it's really important to condition them. So if your hands are good like that, keep them there. Otherwise, you can turn them more towards your knees and do the same kind of thing, just shifting side to side, round and round. You can even go forward and back. And then we'll try something a little more challenging. Put the backs of your hands on the floor with the fingers facing each other in towards the midline. And then as best you can try to straighten your elbows. They may not straighten, don't worry about that. Press your hands down. Same thing here, but smaller circles and shifting around the wrist because it's pretty intense. And then if you want to make it the hardest, what you would do is you would take your thumbs, fold them in towards your palm, wrap your 4 fingers around it as best you can, really hard. And with those weird fists, you could try to straighten the arms and shift around a little bit. Whoa. And then just come into a child's pose. We're going to build a nice vinyasa today. Rolling up from there, you can take a moment. I'm using a blanket here because of my knees. I like to have a little cushion, so you could grab a blanket or not. So from child's pose, you're going to slowly drag your fingers back and roll up. Walk them behind you to tip your hips up into a little baby camel. And then from there, you'll just fall back into child's pose. As you come up through all fours with a really rounded back, start to melt your body down onto the floor from the hips to the belly, the heart to the head. Stretch your arms out in front of you, catch them into a prayer, and tap the prayer behind your skull in this version of a full prostration. A whole exhale, which you could double if you want here. And then dropping the hand, slide just the left hand back beside your chest. Pull the left knee up towards that hand, and you're just going to push yourself into a twist on your back. So the back of your heart spills towards the floor, the left knee is crossed over the body. Take a deep breath in and out, let your bones fall apart. And then you can start to slide the left leg long as you roll back onto your belly. Get ready for a cobra, hands under shoulders, peel the heart up, and then child's pose as you exhale, curl your way back. We'll do it just like that on the other side. So dragging the fingers back like you're raking the mat. Walk them behind you a little bit, puff the heart up, lift your hips any amount off the heels. As you come down, you spill back into child's pose and just let your body weight settle. Come through all fours, rounded back, and then melt your body 1 drop at a time down onto the floor and stretch your arms out, kiss your forehead down. Tap the prayer behind your head, full prostration. Big exhale. Let your seat relax, your thighs relax. Drop your palms back to the floor. This time you'll slide just the right hand next to your chest. Pull the right knee up towards that hand and then push with it onto the back of your heart. Send the right arm falling open behind you, arms like a soft T as you take this supine twist. Long legs as you roll back onto your belly. Get ready for Cobra, and from Cobra fold into Child's Pose. So we'll take that and we're going to build on it, adding little bits at a time here. Roll up. Walk your hands behind you. Baby camel, lift the hips. Soft skin, soft face. Come down, fold into Child's Pose. Gather yourself up onto all fours, rounding your spine and pouring down onto the belly, the heart, the head. Full pranam with prayer behind the head. Such a devotional feeling pose. Soft legs. Drop the hands, slide just the left one back beside you. Left hand by your chest, the left knee climbs up towards it, and you can fall into that twist. Push yourself over the right shoulder onto the back of your heart. Go ahead and stretch your legs long as you find your belly again. You can take Cobra or you can take an up dog this time, so make it a little bigger back bend. And then over the toes you go into downward facing dog. Let yourself settle there for a moment. Breathe the dust off your dog. And from down dog, you can take another deep breath in and out and then ripple your way forward to plank pose in slow motion. We've been doing this a lot, really slow, lowering from plank all the way to the floor. Try to go even slower as you get closer to the floor. And when you arrive at the bottom, press back into Child's Pose so that we can begin again. Drag your fingers back, walk them behind you, tiny little camel. Little camel turns back into Child's Pose as you melt yourself down. Come through the cat back all the way down onto your belly. Send the arms out when the head touches down. Tap the prayer behind the skull. Have that big exhale. Double it if you like. And then drop the hands, pull the right one back. Come into your twist, the right knee climbs up and across the body. The right arm fans back behind you, spread your wings out. And then roll back onto your belly. So for the bigger back bend, up dog. Hands are a little further back than Cobra, even a little wider. Roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Ripple your way forward, finding plank pose nice and strong, and then slowly as you're able to, you lower all the way down to the floor. And when you kiss the floor, fold back up into Child's Pose. And here we go. Now we're going to add on quite a little bit here. So you can roll up, walk the fingers behind you, tip your hips up into that camel, and then dive it back down again into Child's Pose. Up you come through your rounded cat back until you're all the way out on your belly for the full pranam. When you bring the prayer behind the head, that's an invitation just to pause, to let your bones relax, your muscles release, and your breath deepen on the exhale. Drop your hands, pull just the left one back, let it help you into the twist. Left knee climbs up, left arm opens back behind you. You might rock your head a little bit here. Release your jaw. Stretch your legs. Get ready for up dog. Pull those hands back. Peel your chest, hips, thighs, everything up off the ground. Downward facing dog. And now we'll lift the right leg in downward facing dog. Climb it up towards the sky. As you're ready to breathe out, pull the knee up towards your forehead. Send the leg away again, reach it way up to the stars, and then slowly right knee to the very tip top of the right shoulder. Send it reaching back, this time crisscross it underneath to the left elbow. Toppled triangle, shoot the right leg straight underneath the arm. Pick up your left arm, and anchor your left foot to the floor. Any amount of back bend that you want here. Now use your deep core muscles to drop the left hand and step back into a plank pose. Lower that plank, super slow motion, all the way down to the floor. And when you meet it, press back into child's pose. Dragging the fingers back. Raking them out with your hands, walk them behind you, tip the hips up, camel, into balasana, your child's pose. Round it back, come through all fours, melt it down onto the front of you, take the full pranam with that extra big, extra long exhale. Feet relaxed, legs relaxed. Drop the hands, pull the right one back next to you, climb the right knee up towards it, fall into the twist, spill yourself open, just let yourself be like water on the soil of the earth. And then back you go onto your belly for upward facing dog, and roll it on back, downward facing dog. As you arrive, you can pick your left foot up into the sky, send it reaching, and then send it crawling, knee up into the forehead, pull your belly in, round your upper back. Send the leg away, shoot it to the stars, and then left knee to outer left shoulder, shift your body weight forward. Send it back one more time. This time go ahead and crisscross it underneath the right arm for your fallen triangle. As you pluck the right hand up and reach it to the sky, you can anchor the back foot, point your tailbone up into the air, and then the strong core muscles that hold your spine up, use those to come back to plank. So go slow, touch the hand down, step the foot back, and lower in one piece all the way to the ground. Child's pose. So we'll go through this all one more time and add on some fun stuff at the end. So drag the hands back. You know what to do now. Take your little camel, which might be like a teenager camel by now. And then you surrender down into your child's pose. Come through all fours onto your belly. Full pranam, full exhale, full release of the legs, hips, belly, heart. Drop the hands, pull the left one back, twist it. Find your front side again. Take your up dog. Maybe try this on the tops of the feet, downward dog. Just see how it goes, even if it's for a split second. And then you can flip over the feet into regular downward dog. And then when you're there, you can lift your right leg up to the air. Go ahead and bring the knee into your nose or forehead and round your back. Send it away, shoot it to the moon. Right knee to right shoulder. Without rushing. Right leg to the sky. It's going to be that toppled triangle. Send it underneath the left arm. Shoot it through. Try this time. When you get that fallen triangle, left arm up, bring left hand behind your skull. Peel the elbow way back in space. And then bending that right knee. Try to pull it in towards you. Curl your head and elbow into the knee. As you send the leg straight, maybe it hovers and doesn't even touch the ground. Do that a couple more times. Curl the head and elbow in, bend the knee. Shoot the leg out, peel the elbow back. Pick that foot up higher, higher, higher. One more time, curl in. Shoot the leg out, reach it forward as slowly as you're able to. You're going to sit down right here with wide legs. As you come to your wide legs, just walk yourself out through the middle, Upavishta Konasana. Be a relief probably after what was quite a challenging little moment there to just let your bones settle into a sweet forward fold. Walk your hands back in. Go ahead and grab that right knee. Turn towards the back of your space and step the right foot over the left knee for a seated twist. Right hand behind you, left arm crosses over. You're using the arm, yes, but can you focus more on your deep abdominals doing the twisting? You could stay there, or you could turn it into a Kundalini. Bend your bottom knee to prop up on that left foot. Point your palms a little behind you, and you could come into the arm balance. And then you're going to come from the arm balance right back to where you were. So can you start to fold and tuck everything right back into that seated twist facing the back of your space? And then try this. This is a fun little new thing I've been doing that I sort of like. We'll see if you like it. Gomukhasana legs. So you can keep the bottom leg straight, or you could try to bend both knees here. Tuck your right knee further over the left one. And then recline the shape. Start to walk your hands back little by little. It's a little awkward getting down there, but once you do, I think it feels kind of wonderful and interesting. So on your back with Gomukhasana legs, you can hook your thumbs and use that hook to pull the upper body out of the hips. And try pressing your knees forward and down. And then a fun little transition. We're going to release the hook of the thumbs, start to roll onto the left hip, and come back into the supine twist, but with a cat pulling its tail variation. So I'm going to reach the right hand down to try to grab that left foot, and then left hand to right foot, if you can reach. Or just kick the right leg over to the side, straighten it out. So any version of this, if it doesn't work to grab the feet, that's fine. You're trying to move that bottom knee, the left one, further back in space. You can let your head rock or land anywhere that it likes. And then as you let that go, you're just going to keep rolling onto the front of your heart with that right leg stuck out to the side. So you're on your belly, cactus arms, head turned to the side, one leg straight behind you and one leg stuck out to the side like L-shaped legs. And then from there, I'll show you, I'm going to turn so you can see a little bit better there. So you have one leg stuck out. And then from there, this is my new favorite pose. You could take your hands underneath the shoulders, pick your heart up. We're going to turn this into a gate pose. So standing on that left knee, right leg kicked out to the side. Go ahead and first take a side bend over that long leg out to the side. Parigasana. And then you can come up and over to the other side, left hand down, right arm over your head, like a side angle on the knee. And I'll turn that one slowly into a camel so you can start to bend the right leg, pull it in underneath you, and then come into your Ustrasana. You can have your hands on your hips or on your feet. You curl the heart back, hug the thigh bones back, and try to keep your skin as soft as possible. Keep your face as easy as possible. Can you make the exhale a little bit deeper, a little longer? Go ahead and climb your hands back up onto your low back or hips for help coming up. You can sit on your feet and just try to be nowhere but here for a moment without the mind telling you any stories. Just focus on the breath. So let's do all that fun stuff on the other side. It starts in child's pose. From child's pose, you roll the spine up, rake the fingers back, walk them behind you. Mini camel or any sort of camel that you want. Back to child's pose. Through the rounded spine onto your belly for the full prostration with a prayer. For the deepest, longest exhale where you truly let the muscles of your legs go and fall off the bones for a moment. Drop the hands, pull the right hand back, right knee up, and twist as you roll back. Fan the right arm open behind you. And then return to your belly for upward facing dog. You're on the tops of the feet where you could stay and try a down dog on the tops of the feet. And then regular downward facing dog, shake it out. Pick your left leg up into the air and slide the knee up in towards your forehead. Lift your navel towards your spine. Send the leg away a little slower than you might want to. Bring the left knee to the left shoulder. See if you can hover it there for a second. And then send it away. And now it's time for that topple triangle. Take the left leg under the right arm. Reach the right arm into the sky. Then bring the hand to the base of your skull. Elbow back, elbow back. Start to bend the left knee. Pull it in. Curl towards it, head to knee. Shoot the left leg straight, hover it as you peel the right elbow back. Again, curling in, knee bends, head to knee. Shoot the left leg out, hover it, right elbow back. One more time, curl in towards your leg. Shoot the left leg straight and slow motion, sit down with wide legs. Go ahead and walk out through the middle, have a breather here. Come on up, scoop the left knee with you, take it across the right leg. So step left foot over right knee, take the twist towards the left, use the back hand to really prop you up. You could happily stay there, or you could bend the bottom knee, take it into a Vinyasa on the other side. So you turn towards your hands, press your palms down, look forward, lean onto the back of your right arm and stretch your legs apart. And then just fold it quietly right back up where you started. And from the twist, we'll come into Supta Gomukhasana. So both knees can bend or just one. Tuck your left knee nice and tight over the right knee. And then you can start to walk yourself back. And yours might not look like mine, of course. You just find some way to be in this shape where you could live in it on your back, stretch your arms up, hook your thumbs, press your knees down, try to pull your body in two directions at once, up and down. And then when you come out of it, you'll first unhook the thumbs and you can start to roll onto your right hip. So it could be just a simple supine twist again. Or the left hand could reach down and grab that right foot. The right hand could grab the left foot, or the leg could just kick out straight to the side, cat pulling its tail. And then cat pulling its tail turns into an L-shaped, belly down, sort of Shavasana resting pose. Arms can cactus, head can turn any way you like. Right leg straight behind you, left leg is still kicked out to the side. Hands under shoulders, peel your chest up, get ready for gate pose on the right knee. Left leg stuck out to the side, and your body's gonna curve over to the left to start with. And then up and over to the right. And then you got one more camel. Pull the left knee in underneath you. And take your camel practice. Hands on hips or blocks even, or heels, anything at all. But let it be tender. Let the skin stay relaxed and quiet. And the breath stay deep on the exhale. Your hands can find your low back again to lift your chest up. Sit down on your feet. Just be for a moment. Go ahead and swing the legs around in front of you. We'll take a happy baby here. So you can grab your feet by the pinky toe sides and let it be a little bit of a rocking happy baby, just sort of a rinsing off of all that stuff we did. A lot of back bends, so this should probably feel like some relief. And let's go even deeper towards the forward bend with a halasana plow. So a real deep forward bend here. You could support your back with your hands. You could use blankets, any way you want to work it. You could definitely stay and plow with your legs straight. There are lots of other options here. You could take it with bent knees. You could do it in a more rounded, softer way. So I'm bringing the knees down by the ears for Karnapidasana. And then just little by little, you can start to roll yourself down. And you can bend the knees on the way down as the feet come to the floor, and then go ahead and stretch it on out. Set yourself up well for a nice Shavasana. Namaste.